All right, everybody, welcome to Casual Sports Talk Podcast, NHL and NBA Finals Done Edition. And now we got a gentleman right over here who said that he just lost $5 crispy right over there. Here's Chris.
Stuart, you and I both lost $5 to pleasure of the guy that's in the middle, Douglas Hetfield, because what did we lose $5 to, Stuart? Because the San Antonio Spurs could not pull out the victory, even though I'm pretty sure they're favorites. But yeah, good job. Good job, Doug. Good job, New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job, boys.
No, it was not the New York Knicks. It was the the NHL playoffs.
Yeah,
we all picked the Spurs. But
I'm still that one surprised me.
Yeah.
That was glorious. I mean, good for Carolina though. So I think their first one since 2003.
Yeah, good for them. They finally. Yeah, it's been. Oh God, Carolina's been since 2006. It's been 20 years. It's crazy.
26, wow.
And also, fun fact: was it Jordan Stahl who won NHL Stanley Cup MVP? Who last won it back 17 years ago? Maybe not the MVP 17 years ago, but he won it with the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Wow, what a career!
But good for him. I mean, even Tree was like cheering that guy on. Like, good job. That guy got.
I mean, hats off to Tree. Is he not a Pittsburgh fan?
No, he's a begrudging Penguins fan and Steelers fan and all that. I mean, granted, it's begrudging.
How is it tough to be a Penguins fan? Don't they have like 3 or 4 Stanley Cups in the last 15 years?
After they won those couple, they kind of went into the Red Wings book of like how to suck, but they made the playoffs. Unlike your Wings,
they made
in all what's going on over here. My boy and I, we did talk about. I mean, you don't want to win your championship series when you're in away territory, but if you're winning the championship in Las Vegas, like the Hurricanes did, heck yeah, that's a place to party. That's a place to win a title, to win a championship, to win a cup. So hats off to the Hurricanes.
Yeah, hats off to the Hurricanes. But I guess we can talk about
because go on party. If you're the Carolina Hurricanes from the East Coast, you win the Stanley Cup in Vegas. Heck yeah, let's go party. In the good old the city of sin.
And also, I just love it when he was doing his tweet. He was like, "Raleigh, come to our games. We just won a Stanley Cup. We got players that won. We made Vegas coach get fired."
Yeah, that one's interesting.
That is very accurate because John Tortorella, they already decided that this next year he's not going to be on the coaching staff.
Man, John, that was R.I.P. to John Tortorella. Eulogy on John Tortorella's coaching staff. 2026 in Vegas and ends in 2026 in Vegas.
Maybe he'll go back to the Blue Jackets next year.
Maybe he could be a Red Wing. How about that? Would you want Tortorella? Douglas, I'm just saying. Would you want Tortorella?
Would I want him? I think the coach we switched to towards the end of the year was pretty good. I think we're okay.
Okay.
We're going to go get McDavid, Stu, and win the Stanley Cup next year. Don't worry about us.
2027, we're doing.
You heard it here first, Stu. You heard it here first.
Happen.
Wait, the Casual Sports Talk podcast heard here first that the Detroit Red Wings will win the Stanley Cup.
No. Yep, with Connor McDavid.
Okay, all right. Let's not get too out of hand over here.
No, you shouldn't believe in fantasies like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, or the Red Wings winning a Stanley Cup this year or next year.
Or I thought you were going to.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Cowboys, Stu. Oh man.
Yes, Stuart.
Golly.
I did read a thing. Sorry to go off tangent here. I did hear something or read something, like I didn't go in depth about it, that like George Pickens, he has to stay with the Cowboys. I really don't know what I read.
It sounds like they might franchise tag him. But.
Even better. Even better. Go Cowboys.
Yeah.
They're not gonna make the they're not gonna make the Super Bowl.
They're like the fourth best team in their own division.
Let me mute myself so I can cough on that.
God damn it! I got so mad. Even Chris was like, I don't want to hear your voice right now when you talk about the boys. But anyway, we could probably talk about the other thing right over here. The final eulogy right over here of Vegas. Last time they did win a cup. This time,
2023.
This time, 3 years later, they did not win the cup. They came close, but no cigar. What would you want to say the eulogy right over here?
Honestly, what? I mean, they were up 2-1 in the series, so they should have had it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and then they lost decisively in the last 3 games. Like 2 goals, 2 goals, and 3 goals. Like, not great.
I still feel like it's a good season. I mean, obviously, when you get that close and you have a lead in the finals, it's a disappointment. But like, they literally had less points than teams that missed the playoffs. It's like to go from that to take out some of the teams they took out to make the Stanley Cup final in itself felt like an overachievement to me. So like, I would still call it a successful season personally. But
yeah, it's like I guess you would say this is probably like disappointing successful season, if that probably makes sense. A little bit disappointing, but you can't really say it's like a failure or like a ha or like a you blew it type of season. Though it is interesting. How do you feel about them? Speaking of which, also the eulogy of John Tortorella getting axed by Vegas.
I mean, I think that they have as much talent as anybody in the NHL. I think that's what's interesting about it is like, I feel like they get hurt a lot, but like they're a playoff built team. So like, they're a tough matchup for anybody.
Yeah.
Plus, if you guys really look at it, the Knights, they won the Western Conference Pacific Division with 95 points. If we're really going after teams that are going after like the amount of points they get, the amount of wins they get, blah blah blah, like the entire Pacific Division, they should not have even made it. But yeah, the Golden Knights, they won their division. They made it to the Stanley. Well, they made it to the Western Conference Finals. They made it to the Stanley Cup. So hats off. But like and we all know, we talked about it, that the Eastern Conference Finals, or I'm sorry, not the Eastern Conference Finals, the Eastern Conference had a way tougher path to the playoffs, to the conference finals. They had a much tougher path than the Western Conference had to do. So,
yeah. And plus, you can't really get mad if like you're Vegas on this one. Like, hey, this is a successful season, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if Vegas can do it. But I'm impressed. Isn't it kind of crazy? I think there's only 1 year in the last 9 years that did not make the postseason. It is kind of crazy. That's a crazy stat.
3 Stanley Cup appearances in 9 years. That's like, it's almost as good as Tom Brady's Super Bowl percentage.
Yeah,
So what? When did the Golden Knights start as a franchise?
2017 to 2018, and their first year they went into the finals, and they played Washington Capitals, and they lost.
So and they've won. So they started in the playoffs in their franchise 2017. When did they win their first Stanley Cup? 2013, 2023, right?
Yeah, 2022, 2023 season.
Okay.
And then they beat the Florida Panthers.
I mean, if they would have won this year, and if they would have hoisted the Stanley Cup, that easy for a dynasty talk, but they didn't do it. But yeah, I mean, still, the Vegas Golden Knights, heck of a franchise,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they've earned the benefit of the doubt too, with like not bringing back Tortorella. It's like you just trust their judgment, Like they've done a lot of things where like you might look at it and like, it's interesting, and it turns out well for them, it seems.
Yeah, and also like maybe Connor McDavid or Dylan Larkin. Would you want to go to the Red Wings? I mean, go to the Vegas Golden Knights. Just saying.
What? What was that, sir? See?
Maybe they
Yeah.
might need Vegas. Just saying.
I mean, yeah, Larkin would go there. I don't. Heck yeah. I mean, if I was making millions a year, I'd want to go live in Vegas. I guess that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus,
Hey, like I did say, like heck of a city to win a championship in there. Vegas. I mean, but yeah, I mean, obviously, Vegas is what technically the fourth seed, but you have the Hurricanes which was the best seed in the Eastern Conference.
yes, they were the best team.
And obviously we know the Colorado Avalanche President's Trophy Cup, best team in the Western Conference. It's.
I mean, I feel very validated because I said on a podcast a few months ago that like this could be the year for the Carolina Hurricanes, and I'm kind of happy for them. Like they're one of those franchises that I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not mad about it in any way. Like they deserve it. Nice to see them win it. And like honestly, it'd be kind of boring to see Vegas win 2 in their first 9 years.
Yeah. Also, I will say it's kind of good for the Hurricanes. I guess we'll do the champions. No eulogy. Congratulations. It kind of feels good that they can finally get that hump, finally win a cup. They had those 2-3 years where they just could never get to the finals. It was just like they just collapsed at the end and just lost. They kind of felt like the Buffalo Bills of hockey. And now I feel like, it's the same way where I would say Alex Ovechkin or Steve Yzerman, where it's like you finally win the cup and all your past failures are all gone. No one's going to remember like the first 2 years, like those last 2 years where they really couldn't beat the Florida Panthers. Like, look at that. Florida's not there no more. And they won a cup.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy? I'm pretty sure we definitely talked about this on one of our podcasts. Hurricanes, they swept the Ottawa Senators 4-0. They swept the Philadelphia Flyers 4-0. They beat the Montreal Canadiens 4-1. So they're 12-1 going into the Lord Stanley Cup.
All right,
and
gentlemen,
then they win 4-2. So what was that, Matt? Was that
16-3? So
yeah.
Who was more impressive then, them or the Knicks? Because both I think finished 16-3.
Ooh.
So who was the more impressive playoff run?
I'm going Knicks.
See, my buddy did say that if the Knicks come back and beat because remember we all know that the Spurs were up 29 or they were up by 29 points, and then the Knicks come back and beat them. They're like, my boy was texting our group. He's like, oh my gosh, if the Spurs come back and win, they're the greatest team of all time. If they come back and win this, and then they win the game. So like, yeah, Doug, that's a great comparison. So like, yeah, what's a better team in this playoff or playoff of all time? Is it the Carolina Hurricanes or is it the New York Knicks? Either way, both teams are champions.
The way that I personally view it, and this might sound silly, but I think the Hurricanes were more dominant, but I think that the Knicks are more impressive because they were more clutch. It's like they were literally losing every single game in the finals that they won by double digits. They were down 10 plus points in all 4 games that they won. And so it's like, the Spurs kind of won analytically, but they didn't win the series.
Analytically, you're right.
We should probably show some clips right over here where I'm excited where one person is going to hold up some Lord Stanley right over here. And it's great. He's going to add his name to the greatness and glory of the Lord Stanley right over here.
Ooh, Seth Jarvis or one of the Stahl brothers.
Yeah, when this is all done, this very Kotkaniemi didn't get a chance to play in the playoffs. And I know that Rod Brind'Amour and others said, we just didn't get any injuries. We didn't have to
or Brind'Amour.
Yes, Brind'Amour.
Because Brind'Amour, he played for the Hurricanes, and then he also won as a coach or the head coach. So, like, was that the first time that a guy won as a player and also won as a coach
for the same team?
Yeah, for the same team.
Oh, that's exciting. That'd be a fun stat to know.
That's gonna be a fun set. I guess it could have been Mike Rabel if he would have won the Super Bowl.
It could have.
Yeah, it could have if that would have happened. But
It also could have been Michael Jordan if he was a head coach at any point.
no,
Yeah, right. If you were a coach for the Chicago Bulls,
he made the start of
LeBron James, if he ever coaches for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But we figured we got to show some cool things. Also, gentlemen, that this coach is going to hold up some Lord Stanley right over here, and I figured we got to show this awesome clip.
Oh, there's Bryn Mawr. Let's go.
Here, right over here, gentlemen.
So maybe he's also the best head coach that's in the best shape of his life.
Well, so that dude's jacked.
Yeah, right. Like, man, if I was in that shape, I'm like, okay, great.
Isn't that great? He's like 50, right?
Good for him, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't matter his age. That guy is yoked. Good job.
Well,
Good job.
all right. Well, is the Stanley Cup the best trophy in sports?
Yes.
Absolutely. I sent that text to you guys the other day. I forgot who quoted it. Lord Stanley is the best trophy in all of sports. I mean, we've always talked about it. There's 4 major sports: hockey, in the United States, hockey, football, basketball, baseball.
I mean, the other ones I don't even fully know like the names of them, and like I like the that the Stanley Cup gets passed around, and each player gets like a day with it.
Plus, like their names get embedded on it. I mean, I would hopefully like if I won, I can't think about any of the trophies, but like I would hope my name, if I would have ever won any trophy, that my name would be embedded on it. But we all know that their names are embedded, in the Lord Stanley, and we know that it is. So I think, like we were talking about, I do believe that the Lord Stanley Trophy is the best trophy to win.
Well, I mean, the number of stories with the Stanley Cup, I mean, this is such an insignificant story, but like I touched the Stanley Cup on my 10th birthday. My parents were just showing me the picture because the Red Wings had won it, and they literally had a photo shoot at a Sears. So I went and I got a picture, and like the amount of people that have touched that cup and the places it's been, like I was hearing the Kachuk brothers talk about taking it to the ocean after Matthew won it, and just like all kinds of fun, interesting adventures that trophy's been on too.
Yeah, there's like a fun story where it's like one of the Red Wings players, he was like a Russian player, and this was like in the 90s, and he brought the cup to Red Square, and he took it all the way to the KGB headquarters. It's kind of crazy to think that.
Yeah.
That is some like honestly, I will probably say the Stanley Cup because, like I said, your children, your grandchildren, your ancestors will know your name will be immortalized in that cup forever. They will never take that away in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say we're done with some NHL. Now,
bye-bye hockey.
Bye-bye hockey. We will see you next year. In March.
Win the Red Wings, win the Cup again.
No,
without Dylan Larkin's name on it, we will have Maurice Seiter as our captain.
No. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to have a great. We're going to talk this podcast in March, and Douglas will do another eulogy on the Red Wings not making another postseason, and just joking again.
Oh, sure. Based on that, should we say like, the Columbus Blue Jackets aren't going to do it again, or not even have a chance? Ew.
Yeah. I look forward to March, Stu, because that'll be right after. Well, actually, that'll be about 3 months after the Cowboys were eliminated from the NFL playoff contention.
Oh, God.
How dare you! This is an NBA and NHL podcast, and you're talking about my boys.
I'm sorry, Stu. I'm just really hurt at your shit talk on the Red Wings today. It's really hurting to me.
You started.
I just love the Red Wings so much.
You started the war. But anyway, we can probably talk about the NBA Finals, and we're going to talk about the Knicks winning their first championship in 53 years. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. I joked when I watched this game at a bar with my buddies. I said there will be at least 3 cop cars burnt in New York City because of this and this championship.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff burned down. A lot of school buses, though. I mean, that might be a different conversation, but like, it seems like other countries, they know how to celebrate their championship victories, whereas United States, that's something.
Yeah, throwing eggs at Wembanyama.
You know what I gotta say? Other countries, they riot lose games. We Americans riot when we win our championships. I mean, and you know how many couches were burnt at U of M, Douglas?
Yeah, they've seen their fair share. College campuses love to burn stuff, that's for sure.
Apparently, there was 46 couches they had to extinguish at U of M. The fire.
Well, I didn't know you had the number. That's fantastic.
Yes, but I guess we can probably talk about the eulogy right over here of the Spurs. It's a young group. Wemby couldn't do it.
I mean, the only thing I'll say is, I mean, I keep making the assumption that they're going to be back. But I saw a post today that did kind of open my eyes a little bit, and it was like, all the players that never made it back. Oh, my gosh. Like, a lot of these also are like Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, and like a lot of these like all-time NBA greats had one chance at a championship, and you're like, okay, they're going to get a few more chances at this, and that didn't happen. So like you hope for Wemby it's not his only chance, and it's hard to imagine somebody as good and as dominant as him won't get more chances. But you got to figure OKC is going to get better, Minnesota is going to get better, Denver is going to get better. It's like, So I mean, hopefully this wasn't their best chance, because it felt like a series going into it that they should have been the favorites, and I mean they were winning literally every single game.
They should have won the series. I mean, it's the sad part about that. They should have.
I mean, the Knicks are clutch though, man. I mean, obviously the Knicks well deserved, but like this one, if I'm the Spurs, this one would sting, because after I took out OKC in 7 at their building, I think it's, in my mind, it's our trophy to lose, and just to and to lose 4-1 too, like after a lead, like this one hurts. Like this one does hurt more to me than Vegas is for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, like I remember Tree was doing some tweeting posts, and basically they said they should change the Spurs name to the Falcons. Just how blown leads.
I mean, that 29.1 too, like, because I think I might have said this on the podcast. Like, I thought whoever won Game 4 was going to win the series. And when the Spurs were up 29 points, I told you, gentlemen, I'm like, I'm confident now. The Spurs figured it out. They're dominating. And then they just had that third quarter where they just kept shooting 3, and then they missed. And it's like they just lost that intensity.
Yeah, and they lost like all their god-endearing powers right over here. And speaking of mistakes right over here, I figured I wanted to, one of the coaches, I just wanted to discuss after, why did this person lose? They lost the series. I just wanted to see what your responses are, gentlemen.
He scored 45 points.
Oh, head coach.
Defensively against him.
Make him score less points.
What did he say?
Making them score less points.
Yeah.
I mean, to win games, you got to win games, right? As a wise man once said.
To win games,
that's what they say. They say you win 100% of the games, and you score more points than the other team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I have to say, like, I know making them score less points is important, but also you should score a lot of points. Why do you lose your God-given talent? No three.
Here's the thing. I strongly believe that Mr. Victor Wembanyama is going to come out with a vengeance. Obviously, we know that OKC is probably the best team in the Western Conference. But also now that we have the San Antonio Spurs, but also, let's not disregard the other teams that are in the Western Conference. The Denver Nuggets. They have Nikola Jokic. But I feel like those Oklahoma Thunder, San Antonio Spurs, Denver Nuggets. Those might be the top 3 teams in the West.
Well, and you still have the Lakers and the Rockets, who are still like, that with some elite players. Like you have Luka there with LeBron and Austin Reeves. Like if they're healthy, they're tough. If you get the Rockets continuing to develop, they're tough. If the Golden State Warriors retool and get Giannis, they're tough.
Yeah, everybody looks tough in this one. I mean, that's going to be interesting. Let's
Also, Giannis wants out of Milwaukee, but disregard that. I mean, I believe that the next couple championship teams will come out of the Western Conference, whether it's OKC, whether it's the San Antonio Spurs, whether it's the Nuggets. Like hot take, I don't believe that the Eastern Conference has what it takes. Like. I know that the Cavs were the 3 seed. We know that the Detroit Pistons were the 1 seed. We know that the Knicks were the 3 seed. We know, the 4. The 4.
I mean, I will say too. I think the Knicks picked the perfect year to do it because sorry, my volume. I feel like the Knicks picked a great year to make their run because it's next year the East is going to be tough for them. You're going to have a Celtics that are fully healthy with Jason Tatum back. You're going to have a lot of teams retooling. A lot of teams feel like they could have made a run at it. And so, the Knicks, great story, great for them. I mean, I honestly was hoping the Pistons would play them because I thought we matched up well with them, but they did it. And, I mean, good for them, man. They won, and they got that off their back because I didn't think that they had a shot against the Spurs going in. And they proved me wrong very easily.
Yeah.
So here's a question for the Casual Sports Talk podcast. The Hurricanes won the championship. Do you guys think the Hurricanes out of Carolina could win it again?
Oh, yeah. I think they're very well set up.
It's going to be interesting how the teams match up. What happens to Connor McDavid? What happens to Dylan Larkin? What happens to all these tools? What happens if the Florida Panthers, come back from injuries and they can can they come back and do better? It's going to be interesting for next year.
But also, do you guys think so? You think the Hurricanes have a chance?
I think the Hurricanes have a better chance than the Knicks to win that.
That was my next question. Do you guys think the Knicks even have a close chance of repeating?
No.
I mean, the NBA is so hard because there's going to be so much this offseason, but I don't know. It's hard to say.
You know what? Also. Well, we haven't seen a repeat NBA champion since 2006? No, not that. 2016 was the Cleveland Cavaliers. 2015, 2014 when the Golden State Warriors won it back to back.
Yeah.
So I love that the NBA has not had a repeat champion.
Yeah, and I will say
it feels like they've scripted that way. They heard that we're all getting tired of it.
Yeah.
Good
point. One thing I love about the NBA, I feel like we're having now, and maybe the NHL now, we had parodies. There's 2 new teams right over here. The Spurs, it was a long time since they made a postseason, and the Knicks has been forever since they made a postseason. So it wasn't like the same old Lakers or Celtics or just yada yada. Oh, it's the same old Golden State. We got new teams. Last year we had OKC. This year we have the Knicks. We can actually be excited that there's now, could we say, parity in the NBA? Ooh. Doesn't it feel great? But also, I should say this, Douglas and Christopher. We also got to show this other clip of Wemby choking in this final right over here. I figured I'm going to show this important clip right over here, gentlemen, and just talk about him not scoring those points at the end of the game.
Oh, this is game 4. Here we go. I mean, we've seen it. Let's go. Here we go.
Roll tape. That's the tough part.
Deflected in the backcourt. Fox has a chance to get it. Fox has it inside.
Yeah, this.
9 seconds remaining. 6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Well, that was bad. Wemby's pass off the guy's back was bad. They just, every clutch moment, they seem to mess it up.
I think we can blame on one thing, the egg. I think someone, when the Knicks fans threw an egg at Wemby, that ruined him. that ruined that man
Mhm.
on this one. But I will say, gentlemen, do you have any final thoughts on the NBA and NHL finals?
No, I'm glad we can
What are
focus
your
on
guys' final
baseball
thoughts?
World Cup.
Are the Knicks going to repeat or?
No. I don't think so.
So is the next NBA champion going to be from the Eastern Conference or from the Western Conference?
I mean, I truly see it as a coin flip because I do think that depending on where Giannis goes, if he goes to anywhere in the East, that team becomes probably a quick favorite. A healthy Celtics is going to be really hard to beat. If the Pistons can get a piece or two, if the Cavaliers can get a piece or two, like there's a lot of teams that are really close in the East.
Yes. But I guess we'll see how that goes right over here. And look at this, gentlemen. We got done with both NHL and NBA finals right over here. We're all done with that one. We're in the fun off season. Woo! The fun part of the off season right over here. But I will say, gentlemen, would you want to recap a couple of World Cup games? I will say for next
Yeah,
week.
what's who do you guys think is World Cup favorites? What do you guys think?
Well, I was going to pick Spain, but then the Capo Verde, they choked that game away.
Yeah, right. That
But
was
I'll talk-
unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it's been fun. Like I've gotten to go to some of the fan fests, and the vibes are good. It's a good time down there.
France right now because they looked good, but it's like we'll see. Like it's hard once we get to the tournament section because I feel like
Yeah, Doug, you're currently in Houston. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I've been down at the fan fest the last 2 days, and it's been a hoot and a holler.
So that's really close. I mean, obviously, FanFest and NRG Stadium. Well, based on FIFA,
so-
you can't really say that.
So yesterday I parked at NRG Stadium, but I took a train down to the fan fest.
Oh.
And who played? Who? Let's see. Monday.
Well, there was Germany played their first game Sunday when I came in.
Germany. They won 7-1 against Curacao.
Yeah, that game. I think there's another game there, but I don't remember who played in it because it's just been like yesterday was a ton of Ecuadorian fans. Or I think Sunday when I was there was all Ecuadorian fans. Like it was nuts. Like they were so pumped for them.
Yeah, until I watched that game and then Cote d'Ivoire beat them by 1. And now it's like my one friend who we did a podcast with. It's like he's Ecuadorian. I was like, and now we got a gentleman who loves to hang out with groups because Ecuador can't get out of the group stage.
Ew.
Heyo, right over here. Anyway, gentlemen, that is it for this week's podcast. Next week, we'll try to do a doubleheader of World Cup. So we'll try to do the weekday World Cups, and it'll probably be quick for you guys because we'll probably do the weekend and Monday World Cups right over here. So
right now,
as always, gentlemen, I'm going to catch you later, Mr. Gator. So as always, take care. Bye-bye.